What is my hair doing? I can't get it to behave. Hey guys, how y'all hanging in there? The ultimate and biggest scam in history going down right now. If you don't know what I mean, then you better look into it so you're not so shocked when this all comes out. So I've been hearing, hold the line, hold the line. I don't know where that comes from, but it's the energy of stay aligned, really. It's, you know, if you're ever in a period of questioning things and you're not quite sure what to believe, you got to listen to your intuition, but that's hard to trust when everything is all rocky and wonky and you're hearing all these different things from all these different, you know, sources. It's like, how do I listen to my gut? Well, you've got to get to a place of neutrality. So you need to meditate, clear your mind completely, or just be in the moment. Just really be in the moment. You could do a divine guidance council meeting. That'd be a really good idea at this time. But Spirit is also saying, stay aligned with source, like continue to hold hands with God. Let God lead you through what this is. There is a plan. It's rolling out. Just, you know, the plan is not concrete, but the plan is assured. So don't you worry. The truths are going to be coming out and God's got your back. So just have complete faith in that. Also, they're saying the actions speak louder than words. Okay. So how do you, when you're confused who's telling you the truth, watch the person's behavior or watch the people's behavior or whatever it is. Watch what they try to get you to do. If you say, yes, okay, go ahead. I'm going with you. I'm going to believe you now. See what happens. See what starts to unfold. See how they handle being given complete, like, okay, you got this. Now what? You know? And their true colors will come out. They will show you what they're really made of. So don't listen to words. Listen to someone's actions. Okay? The other message that I was getting this morning is about staying in joy. Staying in joy, just that being able to shake up your energy, you know, being able to stop yourself in your tracks if you're on a downward spiral or you're emotional or upset about something, to be able to, you know, do a victory pose. Yes. You know, for no reason. You don't have to have a reason. Or do a victory dance and just start dancing around. Yeah, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Everything's working out so incredibly. You know, don't, it's about like shifting your, it's about shifting your energy out of where you're at. You are the master of your energy. And that is your ultimate power right now. Staying present in the moment. Yes, if you can completely surrender to the moment. Which can be quite a task, but if you can just, you know, if you can just catch yourself when you're in a negative space and correct it. However, you guys have millions of tools, I'm sure, that you've accumulated through the years. So just practice a tool, you know, practice a tool. So I thought that I would just do some oracle cards and give you some further messages on these current times. Okay, sharing of yourself. I'm an incredibly generous being. Who can you help at this time? Or who is helping or who can be helped? Or maybe you need to share your voice. Maybe you need to share your opinion. Maybe you need to start talking. Maybe you need to share your beliefs, share your support. Looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. So many of you through these trials and tribulations are being challenged to stand up for what you truly believe and to look deeper into truths. As you stand in the light of truth and it all makes perfect sense and it all really aligns, you're not just believing necessarily in illusion, but you've peeked behind the curtain to see what's really there and what's really going on. You've looked at both sides or all sides of the situation. You've talked to all, like if this was a conversation between many family members, you've talked to all of them and gotten the full picture on what's truly going on. You're not just listening to one person's opinion of it all, you know? And so you look deeper, and then that's what gives you this ultimate feeling of, okay, I think I've got a really good grounded opinion of this situation. I think I know what's going on. I've seen the pro side, I've seen the con side, I've seen everybody's perspective, and I've considered all of it. And this is what I've concluded. And when you're in the light of truth, you don't have to necessarily argue it. You don't have to defend it. You certainly don't have negative emotions around it. That's also a signifier that you're in the truth. There isn't any negativity. Truth is always of love and light. So if you're feeling defensive, argumentative, or trying to prove that you were right, or any of that stuff, then you've got some fear in there. You've got some indecisiveness in there even. So, but when you're really standing in the light of truth, your actions will show it, and you will be living it. So, and this brings you into this majestic radiance where you can share yourself and your point of view from, reach your goals. So, they said, reach your goals in the light of truth. I don't know. Oh, okay. They just said, use visualization, really focus on your intention of not who it's through or how it's through, but what is your ultimate long-term goal? What do you want to have happen in your life? What do you just picture your life how you'd like it to be and dream about it and stake your claim on it and say it's yours. This is the life that I deserve. This is what I want to see play out in my life. I want, children. I want to live in a neighborhood with children running around free to be themselves and they're not getting kidnapped. I want to be married and have children and be happy and look forward to a bright future and wonderful things to come. I want to live off the grid. I don't want to depend on anything or anyone. I want to be a free and sovereign human being where I'm not being bought off by anything or anyone, where I don't feel owned or harassed by anyone. What are your true beliefs, and what is the future you would like to bring in, and stand your ground in what it is that you want. Know that you deserve it. Radiate from that, go into that radiant majesty within you and be imagining from that standpoint of, bring it, God. I want it. It's mine. Let it come in for me, and just stay focused on that intention. Thank you, God, so much that you've lit up my life with the answer to my prayers. Thank you so much for giving me everything I've ever dreamt of and more. Thank you so much that my neighbors and I get along so beautifully, and that, when you walk around in public, everyone's smiling and happy and close. And we all share and we give and we look out for one another. Whatever your ultimate dream is, be using your ability to manifest by visualizing, meditating on it, picturing it all playing out, feeling what it would feel like to come home to that person every day, feeling what it would feel like to walk around your community and feel free to be or do or express however you want. That kind of thing. Keep a targeted intention. Dwelling in truth. I stand in the light of truth. Again, the truth needs no defense, needs no defending. You're going to be breaking through some barriers here. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. When you stand in your truth and you own your majesty, you own your power, and you share of yourself from that ultimate truth, from love, compassion, but strength, then you're going to be breaking through all kinds of barriers. Maybe you're going to meet up with your true love, your soulmate, or your twin flame, or your soul flame, or whatever category it happens to be, love at first sight, whatever it happens to be. Maybe you guys are going to come together in that light of truth. You know, that was Annie. If you guys ever watch my videos and you hear Annie in the background, she either meows or makes a cute little sound or something, that's her confirming that it's true. Like she's emphasizing whatever it is that I'm saying. So that happened in a daily, actually on yesterday, the 20th. And I was shocked when I looked in I made a comment for you guys, and I timestamped all the different areas, all the different times, the things that I was saying when she meowed. And it was astonishing. She like made all the points. So thank you, Annie. It's contemplation time. Spend that quiet time alone. What is it that I truly feel? What is it I really think? Get quiet within and ask God. What are you directing me to do or to be at this time? Like, do I need to take a stand in a certain area of my life? Do I know my rights? Areas that I might be in fear about, can I look into that and find out the truth? Can I do some research? And can I go to a source that isn't being censored? Because you have to be able to see, you have to be able to take a look at all the plethora of information out there to be able to discern for yourself what's true for you. You can't be dictated to as to this is all you can look at, this is all you can see. We're removing everything but all the stuff that makes you agree with me. You know what I mean? That's a dictator. That's a dictator. You don't want to be married to someone like that either. I'm not listening to your opinion. You're just going to do as I say. This is what I want you to believe. This is what I want you to see, period. Look at other sources like DuckDuckGo is a good place for that. Look into places, and Brave browser is good. If you guys have a YouTube channel where you're speaking truths, use the Brave browser. It's when you're using YouTube, they try to make truthers look bad by turning them into aliens. Like they're doing weird, trippy things, and they're like cutting out on the lives and all kinds of things. But if you go to the Brave browser, you have a totally different experience. Everything works out fine. You look normal. The live goes flawless. So consider some of these things, you guys. Just contemplate right now. Just look into keep an open mind, and look at actions and look at facts. Don't look at what you're being told or just. Sometimes what we're shown is a production, literally a production, a play put on by actors and actresses and all kinds of so look deeper into it. Look at the background of what's happening. What's in the background? Who are the people involved? Who's there? Do they look happy or do they look conflicted? Really dig deeper. Do they look like they used to look? Or do they look different? Was there something in the picture, like say they're in New York and there's a beach ball or something, or a beach, you see a little bit of a beach in the background. You're like, wait, there's no beach over there in that area of the town, or, just question things and look deeper into it. And keep your energy positive. Keep your energy positive at this time, or in any kind of transition when you're unsure of what's to come or what to do. When you keep your energy positive, you're going to be manifesting positive things for you, like waves of prosperity. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. And divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. Know that you've got fairies and unicorns and leprechauns and all kinds of, you've got God and all of spirit on your side. and wanting you to have your dreams come true and wanting you to have those things that you want. So everything can always work out to your favor if you believe that it will. Yeah, they said erase limiting beliefs. You can do that through doing Katie's work. Oh. Maybe even in pertaining to marriage. I'm the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. Maybe you had a limiting belief about marriage or commitment. Maybe you need to take a look at that. But I mean, take a look at it in all the areas of your life, because whoever this soulmate or twin flame relationship that wants to come in, you guys will probably be wanting to get married. So, or maybe it's the way that you look at marriage, you know? Okay. So you're flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon be inspired by your example. Now, this is to the truthers, okay? And they call them truthers for a reason. The word conspiracy theorist was made up a long, long time ago by people who wanted to keep them quiet, okay? They really are telling the truth. So these people are flying high right now because they're standing in their truth, and they know they need not argue with it, with anything that's going down. They're letting it play out just as it's supposed to, so people can see valid proof of what's about to roll out when certain people are in charge that are corrupt and evil and put on a fake facade. You will ultimately see through. The truth will always reveal itself, you guys, always. But so these, you know, you might be flying high right now, and if other people are trying to drag you down, see, I told you so. See, I told you, any of that stuff. You're just like, no. You will see. So you just keep flying high, because you will be inspiring others in the future when they realize the truth. You may have to go through. Some of you may be going through schooling, studying, learning, education. I just did a video with Spiritually Raw yesterday, of all days. And I talked about, I was like, geez, there's so much. We have been programmed for so long that it was so subtle and it was so integrated into our society and our way of living that we didn't even know that it was happening. But we've even been told the wrong words for things. Like, it should be understanding, not understanding. It should be ascension, not ascension, but ascension. Some of these things make so much sense. Even the grammar, even having a dash or a hyphen or a colon in a sentence is really important, really, really important. And if you don't read the fine print, you're going to be like giving away your rights, or you're going to be like, I think it was a Russell-J. Gould who talked about an example in an executive order. When you read it closely, there's a part that has hyphens in between it, I think it was. And the hyphens between something, if you have something in the middle, means ignore this part. I don't mean this part at all. So it's there, but you're supposed to ignore it, right? So when you read the sentence from here to there without this part, it's a whole other story. And if you sign on that dotted line, you've just basically just null and voided that part that was between the dashes, for example. So we might have to go through a lot of relearning, re-education. A lot of what we've been told in schools have been wrong, just outright wrong, made up. There's so much that's going to be coming to the light. And then you're going to just have to, it says, I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So don't worry. Don't be too overwhelmed about all this that we're going to have to go through to become these light workers in a new society that's going to now be protecting and for the children. With your new romance at your side, just don't get overwhelmed. Just know that you're going to be led by spirit as you go, and you're going to learn what you need to know when you need to know it. Go with the flow, be really easy on yourself, and be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. It's a rough time right now. Make sure you're taking your baths and meditating and doing things to take time for yourself and take proper care of yourself. Prayer will help the situation. So I like to pray like, thank you, God, that this all turned out so incredible. Thank you, God, that I'm so relieved that it's all over. Thank you, God, that we have this new incredible society being shaped and formed, reshaped and formed. We have this new government that's rolling out that's just absolutely inspirational. And you can just tell the people in charge have integrity and they're just so inspiring and it just feels so good. And it's such a relief. I'm so excited. Thank you, God, so much for our bright future. Thank you, God, so much that you've put the hands back in the people. You've put the power back. You've given it back to the people. Thank you that we have our sovereignty now. Thank you that we have our, whatever it is you want to be praying for. Positive thoughts create positive results. So just emphasizing again, keep it positive, keep everything positive. And if you will go into fear sometimes, you will worry about something you've heard, something you've read, something somebody sends you. But if it is negative, then you've really got to, I'll even ask somebody when they send me something, oh, you should take a look at this, or I'm wondering what you think of it. And I'll say, okay, what's it about? Or I'll go into the middle of it and I'll see how their tone is. How do they sound? Do they sound optimistic or do they sound like, oh, what are we going to do? Doom and gloomy. So I'm very, very careful what I watch nowadays. Very, very careful. And keep an open mind too. Don't just totally believe somebody. You could be being fooled by that person, outright manipulated, or it could be that they are spreading along information through someone else that isn't necessarily telling the truth, So just have a really open mind. You may listen to this person one day, and then you listen to somebody else the next day, and then you decide, I'm going to go this direction. I get kind of a weird feeling about this person. Right now is all about like discerning and really learning to trust our gut on what to do, our actions to take, the way that we should, what we should stand up for, what we should speak for, it's like we're refining our ability to discern. That's basically what's going on right now. And have faith. We're learning to have faith, unwavering faith. To where it's like, I will only think positive, period. Anybody who comes to me or tries to say anything negative or comes from that negative perspective, you're going to get ignored. If you're talking about a bunch of drama, forget about it. You're creating that for yourself, and it's not my responsibility to spend a bunch of time trying to lift you back up again when you're deciding to be miserable. Now, our sessions are a different thing. If you're my client and you're paying me for my advice and my help, that's a totally different thing. But if you're just trying to like vomit on your friend, talking about a bunch of drama, you're dragging your friend down, you're dragging yourself down, you're choosing negativity. And that's not acceptable. That is so not cool. That's being like an energy vampire. So at this time, we really got to take it positive and be like, I'm not even going to hear or entertain or listen to anything negative at all whatsoever. And one way that you could, one thing that I like to do, and I would do this for you guys anytime in a heartbeat, is I really encourage doing Byron Katie's work. So, and one of the keys to doing her work is coming up with the right stressful thought to do the work on. So sometimes I will read what you're saying, or I'll see what you're saying, and then I will just give you the thought to work on. So I'm not going to solve the problem for you. You need to figure it out for yourself, but I'll give you the thought that's going to be the perfect thing to pull the plug and let that dirty water drain right out. You know what I mean? And I'm always willing to do that for free. If you can't come up with a certain thought, or you can't come up with the right stressful thought, I'm totally happy to help you guys in that way. And that is the best way that I can help, trying to reassure you. Oh no, he really loves you. Oh, I don't know why he blocked you. That's ridiculous. Doing that kind of stuff. That's not supportive. It's reassuring temporarily, sort of, if the person buys into it. But what you really want to do is really pull the weeds up by the roots. And this can be any subject under the planet. you know, just reassuring somebody really isn't going to do anything, because if they're in the habit of being negative, they're going to keep choosing the negativity. So another good way, and I say this in Spiritually Raw too, but if somebody's coming to you with problems all the time, just say, okay, what are you going to do about it? Put it back on them. It's their responsibility to find a solution, not yours. What are you going to do about it? All right, I understand. I totally validate you, because like I totally get what it feels like to be in that situation. I've been there before too. We've all had all those feelings, right? So validate their feelings. I could totally understand where you're feeling that way. That makes such perfect sense. So what are you going to do about it? I think that's one of the best responses when somebody's trying to put their stuff on you, you know? So just a couple tips. You and your loved ones are safe. You guys are going to be all right. So keep those positive thoughts focused on you guys being safe as well. Thank you, God, so much that you protect my family so incredibly, miraculously, that it is amazing to me how you are looking out for me in my life. I don't even have to think about my protection. It's just always there. And I always come up with like valid proof that it just happened. You know, I find out, you know, something happened next door or that door, but it didn't happen here. There was a flood and it affected this and this, but not me. So, you know, when you expect those miracles to happen, and when you expect that you're looked after that way, it really actually does put that protection energy around you. Whatever you're believing, you're going to start seeing evidence and proof of that around you in your environment as you reveal your true self. So don't be afraid to be who you truly are and express your opinion like I'm doing right now. You know, be yourself. If there's any area of your life where you feel like you're kind of like, oh, I can't really talk about that right now. People are going to think I'm crazy, or people are going to, oh, I'm going against the grain. Okay, that's got to end. You were programmed to be that way. It's time for you to break free, take your power back. It's time for you to not care so much about what we've been taught all this time by people who just ultimately wanted to take over and control us eventually, like they're trying to do right now. So don't buy into any of that. Don't buy into unworthiness either. That's another thing they've been programming us to feel. Or you have to give your power away to the authorities. Not even a president is capable of mandating law. Your president can't even do that. And I mean, to tell you the ultimate truth, there is no president. There hasn't been a president since like, oh God, it's been a long time, guys. Before the 2000s, I think. Yeah, like 1999, maybe. I don't know. Look into it. There's no constitution either. And we've been in martial law for a while. They just haven't wanted to tell everybody to alarm them. I mean, there's just so much that's being hidden from us you guys wouldn't believe. So start looking into some of this stuff and see what it means. Well, if we don't have a president, then what's up with the whole song and dance? What's all this been about? Why is all this going on if it's not actually real? You know? It's also about purifying and detoxing. You know, just getting rid of toxic things in our lives, getting back to our essential, even pure intentions and motives for things. Negativity in whichever form it takes. If you've been worrying, your worries are unnecessary. You don't need your worries, and you don't need to worry. Just see it as a production or a movie that's just got to play out. It to prove to you, to show you that you have to be more discerning. You've really got to not just follow along blindly with what anybody says, but look underneath, find that inner majesty, you know, dig deeper to see your power, to see how powerful you are. You're not some little weakling that's here to get bullied, you know, and here to be, you know, our society accepts that kids get taken all the time. Like, what's up with that? And nobody looks into it. Like, oh, okay, another missing child on a carton. Nobody questions. Like, why is that happening? You know, start questioning everything, you guys. And just pray to see the truth in all things. Thank you so much for showing me the truth in all things. And even when I think I know the truth, thank you for showing me more truth underneath it. And let yourself feel all your emotions. Do not shame yourself for feeling scared. Do not shame yourself for doubting. Don't shame yourself for anything, or for being involved in stuff that was evil that you didn't even know, or for, you know, supporting evil without realizing it in whatever way, shape, and form that took. You know, this isn't a time to judge yourself or judge anybody else. These have just been valuable life lessons for you, you know, to learn how to be sovereign and free and natural. We're getting back to a more natural and organic state. I think, you know, I look forward to seeing all these incredible changes coming up. I mean, we're going back to the basics, and it's going to be so beautiful. So bless your heart. Reach out for emotional support if you need to help heal your heart in the future coming up here. And then once you've done that and you've healed your heart and you've gained that support, perhaps from doing a reading with me, I say they're called readings or sessions, but really a lot of it is like life coaching and just advice, and me being, you know, somebody who will listen to you, a shoulder to cry on. And I do feel into everything intuitively as well. When I'm giving the advice, you know, I'm led by spirit, and I do the light language blessings in my sessions as well. And everything that I do on my lives, I do in individual sessions with you guys. So I can support you if you need that. But we're going to get you to be sparkly and shiny as your true, authentic self going forward. So be made new, they just said. You're going to be made new through this process. You're going to finally feel like in some ways that you've been suppressed and you didn't even know that you were being suppressed. You're going to pop out and be like, I can be me now. This feels great. It's like what I'm getting is like all the cards have been thrown up in the air in life. And not only are we going to see where those cards land, but it's kind of like, well, I'm going to go take that card and run with it and put it over there. It's like, you know, it's going to become almost a free for all. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. Miracles can happen spontaneously in your life at this time. And then we did get the soulmate card, and we did get the marriage card mixed in there. So you never know. I'm about to do a love reading for you guys. So we'll see what comes up there too. Cleansing waters, purification, activates vibrant life force energy. So whichever way you need to detoxify and purify, this is the time to do it. Maybe some of you need to fast, or maybe just change your diet, or, you know, just purge the negativity, you know. Right now, we're doing that as a planet. There are governments falling apart right now because, I mean, all these structures and systems that were there to keep corruption flowing are now being dismantled, dissolved, and blocked in every way. So, ixnay to the corruption. That's all coming to an end. But we can't just change it all for everybody, right? We can't just go wave a magic wand. Oh, all the corruption gone now. You guys are free to go live your lives as you were. Well, we wouldn't learn from that. We got to go through a little hell. We got to go through a little pain. We got to, you know, sometimes your parent has to let you crash and burn in order for you to go, you know, I don't think I want to gamble anymore. Or no, I don't think I want to get drunk anymore. That's not too fun the next day. Or maybe I want to make a different decision in love this time and not go with something that's like that. So we have to go through those life lessons. And right now we're getting a major, major life lesson. So it's really important that we continue to go through kind of a painful process, a really painful process for a little bit here, and feel really wonky and have to lean in real close to God and hold hands and be like, what do I do here? Okay, what do I do? You know, and kind of go back to being in a childlike state where we're leaning on Dad to help us navigate the best way through it. But you got to go through the treachery. You know, you got to go through the dark night of the soul. You got to go through some of the ouches to learn the lessons, so that going forward, creating a whole new society in this new earth that's going to be rolling out with a new quantum financial system that actually has consciousness. We can't go into this new world or this new earth with the same mentality as, you know, just totally with our blinders on, following the masses, just doing what everybody else is doing and just following the program we've always had. We can't go on like this anymore. It's got to change. You know, we've got to wake up. Solitude in silence, peace prevails. So again, with the just go still within and ask God for answers, you know, but you got to be still within for that to happen. And then we've got first light coming, the beginning of a new cycle. So something is gently unfolding underneath what we're seeing, the illusions, the whole Truman Show that we're a part of right now. Underneath it is a beautiful unfolding of a brand new beginning coming for us that's going to be really beautiful and prosperous and harmonious and human. And I keep emphasizing human and sovereignty because when you look into some of the agendas behind what's been going on, you know, they've been planning to take our free will away. They've been planning to basically make us slaves in every way and even take away our consciousness and things like that. So, but we're not going to let that happen. And we've already won. So you guys just set your mind at ease and watch and listen to anything that boosts that, you know, because you really need to keep the faith right now. It's important. And it's a voyage of the heart, really, ultimately. Love flows through you and to you. So keep a lookout for my video on Spiritually Raw. Should be coming out any time now, because I talk about my experience with enlightenment and how it is our greatest tool and our greatest asset. And if you guys have questions or want me to do a video, maybe explaining how to even get in that frame of mind, or if you have any questions that they didn't ask in that interview, please list them in the comments below, either underneath this video when you do watch it, or in the other video when you watch that one. And I will do even a quick little video to explain something to you and go, you know, deeper into depth with that. So you guys have nothing to fear. We've got this. It's already been planned out. It's just the Truman Show, and we're in it. There's a very happy ending, but don't take that for granted. You got to go through your waking up process. You've got to be digging deeper for truths to do that transformation that's needed in order for us to form this new earth that we're coming into. So be in your power, stand in your power, speak from your power, be your authentic self, know your rights. You know, do whatever you need to do to be a warrior of truth and light right now. So, okay. Yeah, they just said figure out what your part is and play your part to the max. Awesome. That inner majesty. Here we go. Okay, guys, have yourselves a beautiful day. Hope this helps at this time of uncertainty. And yeah, I'm always here for you too. All right. Have a beautiful day. Bye. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. You can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.